Hey, what's going on, LFATV? This is your boy Luis, and as always, I appreciate you guys tuning in to the channel. First of all, let me start this off by saying that there is some good news and then there is some bad news. Yeah, unfortunately, you know, I don't always talk about the bad news as much, and that's just lately because, you know, I like to see a lot of positivity, a lot of positive vibes up in the channel. But first of all, let me start off with the good news. I just really want to say from the bottom of my heart, man, I appreciate all the support, love, feedback that you guys basically provide me and the channel and stuff like that. Previous video I had mentioned that I needed a fuel rail, OEM fuel rail, and the amount of people that just messaged me saying, hey bro, I got you, hey bro, I got you, hey bro, I got you, was kind of overwhelming. And to be honest, if I would have said yes to everybody to send one out, I probably would have had like 20 to 25 OEM fuel rails here. So really I am very grateful for that, and I want to give a huge shout out. Let me read out the names because I want to get this right. A huge shout out to Cody Steele and what is it, I'm sorry, Nathan Popham. You guys are MVPs. They were pretty much kind of like the first ones to get one out here. But basically, I got another fuel rail, OEM fuel rail, and I got the spacers to go with it. So that means I could finally put my injectors on. I'll show you guys in a minute what happened with the previous fuel rail. So as you guys can see, the top hats on these are a lot shorter than these right here. So my dumb butt, instead of, you know, waiting a week to get the proper top hats, I wanted to get that car running ASAP, so I didn't wait. And basically I went to go get seals off of a 2J. So these are 2JZ O-rings for the fuel rail, and I ended up basically modifying this fuel rail. So I made these inlets a bit larger as far as like the OEM goes. As you guys can see, they're a little bigger. So that's basically what ended up happening last time. And when I bought the 1600cc injectors, instead of doing any modifications or stuff like that, I wanted to do everything right. That way to prevent any leaks from happening. So that's why I needed a OEM fuel rail that was not modified. So huge shout out to you guys, man. I appreciate you guys so much, and I know you guys are watching. You guys are the best. Everybody else too that reached out to me, you guys are the best. Now let's get to some bad news. So let's get to the bad news. First of all, I want to say that this is nobody else's fault but mine. Okay, so going into this front-facing intake manifold, there are a few things that you kind of gotta be aware about. First of all, one of the main things that I was a little bit worried about was, you know, being able to mount a throttle body onto this intake manifold. One, because it was just so close to the shock tower, or you know, basically the bottom of the engine frame right there. And when I ended up getting the next throttle body that I was gonna try to put on here, you know, this thing came, and exactly, I was not too sure of how the fitment was going to be. This is an OEM Toyota TPS sensor. So one of my worries pretty much came to life, is that, you know, obviously this thing is not gonna fit regardless of what the heck I do, because no matter what, it's gonna hit right there in the bottom of the shock tower. No matter which way I orient it, it's just going to hit. It hits regardless, no matter what. So not gonna lie guys, that's a bit discouraging, but I gotta try to figure out now. That's another problem. I still got a problem, not a problem, but I haven't pretty much solved the solution with the crank signal and the CPS signal. And yeah, And something that I kind of want to talk about is, this is going to be more like a talking video. I apologize for that. You know, there are certain companies and certain people out there that make high quality parts that are made for our specific engines, which is the 7M GTE. And there are people out there that make high quality parts that everything fits perfectly. Of course, the saying goes to say, you gotta pay to play. That's one of the issues when it comes down to making custom parts, is that you're gonna have issues, a lot more issues along the way, where you have parts that don't fit, or you gotta modify something else in order to make something fit. So this is nobody else's fault but mine. You know, my budget is not as high as I would like it to be in order for me to purchase all these beautiful parts that are just top notch. That's just another bump that we came across with the build. I know it's just the middle of February, but October is coming hot. So this is why I gotta try to figure all these things out. And also play with my budget, because I can't spend what I would want to spend. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry for this little, I guess, little sad video. But that's just a little update on the good side, as I get to mount my injectors now, because you guys are the best, and I got a fuel rail now. So, yeah, I still got to figure out the situation with the TPS. It looks like I am going to be trying to take out this top pulley and take out the bottom pulley, which is the bottom one is for the crank. The top one is for the cam signal. So I'm going to attempt, once again, to remove this. Yeah, guys. A little update. I'm sorry. Good news coming, I promise. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. On to the next. Peace out.